Hello and welcome to the Car Care Nut channel. So in today's video, I'm continuing on my series on why Toyota 4Runners are so reliable in the current generation. So in this part of the series, we're going to be focusing on the suspension, KDSS, X-REAS, red shocks, black shocks, what's going on with all these systems. We're going to go in details in each one of them and the general construction of the suspension and its history in the current generation 4Runner. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of my other videos if you're a returning subscriber. Well, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. And before we begin, I will leave a link right here for the playlist of the previous parts in this series in case you haven't seen them and you wanted to catch up. And without further ado, let's go check out the suspension in the 4Runner. So the front suspension on the 4Runner is really ancient, if you would. It goes back all the way to 2003 and even before that. However, the current design has been around since 2003. It has double wishbone suspension in the front. Nothing really fancy about it. It has a hydraulic rack and pinion for the steering. Everything is ancient here, folks. It has two ball joints, one at the top, one at the bottom. Two wishbones, has eccentrics to adjust the caster and camber. It also the toe adjustment on the rack and pinion. And that's really about it for the front. There is nothing fancy about it. What is different about different 4Runner models is the additional systems. There's two main systems that we're going to be focusing on in this series. There is KDSS and then there is X-REAS. And a lot of people mix these two together, don't understand what they do, and one of them is actually a problematic one, and it has been a carryover from the previous generation. Let's start with the first one. So KDSS stands for Kinetic Dynamic Suspension System, and that's what gets people confused. Usually they hear the word suspension and they assume and mistake it with the X-REAS, which we will talk about in a little bit. Folks, all the KDSS option is, it has to do with the sway bars or stabilizer bars. So in a normal car, or actually in the 4Runner that doesn't have KDSS, like the one behind me, the sway bar is connecting two front wheels and two back wheels. There's a little link that allows for movement, and then there are two solid bushings that are just holding the sway bar to the frame. So when the car turns, the mechanical action will just pull the car and try to stabilize it from rolling. That's all the sway bars do. So the KDSS system, instead of having that fixed mount or bushing at the frame, it'll have a shock, and then there's an accumulator and pump and lines that run to these shocks. So the way this works is it actually has two operations. It has on-road operation and then off-road operation. So when you're driving on-road, in the on-road operation, the valves will just provide more pressure. So when you slam on your brakes and when you make that turns, that strong pressure is going to be held and it's going to stabilize the car a lot better than your regular bushing that doesn't really have that much force and it just really stationary, doesn't do much. But what the KDSS really goes into its element is off-roading. It can actually control how much force you're pushing that wheel or letting it go, and it could actually counter it. So when you're in an off-road situation and you're going up, when this wheel goes up, this wheel is going to try to push the body of the car this way, but when it picks that up, it's actually going to do the opposite. It's going to allow you to roll the car so you can actually get these extreme angles when you're going off-roading. Folks, the system it works really good, and it actually changes one thing about the 4Runner's characteristic on-road. Because it has that hydraulic pressure, it's able to really put force on these sway bars. So that normal known nose dive when you hit the brakes in the 4Runner is significantly improved with models that have KDSS. Now, service-wise on the KDSS system, you have the 4 shocks on the sway bars, and you have an accumulator on the side of the frame. Now they're all connected via hydraulic lines, and they do have fluid that runs through them. Every time you take the shock, you want to drain the fluid and then re-bleed and add fluid to the system. Haha, add fluid to the system, and that I want you to keep in mind when we talk about the X-REAS. So this system is very serviceable, very simple. It really doesn't have problems unless there's modifications, unless there is really a leak or somewhere. They're not really notorious for leaks, but things happen. Hydraulic fluid under pressure, over time they might leak, but they don't have a weak point that is known that I will share with you. They don't really, unless they're really old and worn down. Which takes us to, remember I told you to remember that fluid adding proposition. Let's talk about X-REAS. So the X-REAS system, or relative absorber system, and the X we'll get to in a second. So regular shocks, there's just 4 shocks in each corner. They just absorb the shocks. Nothing has been the same ever since they were used in cars, and life's good. The X-REAS, let's talk about the components that it has. So it has 4 hydraulic shocks. Each shock will have a line that are usually tell apart from the regular shocks because they're red in color. So they have a line, hydraulic line, that runs all the way, and it connects the left front wheel with the right rear wheel and the right front wheel with the left rear wheel, which makes a perfect X, hence the X-REAS. So in between these connections from like one side to the opposite side, back side, there is a center shock that connects the two. There's no electronics, there is nothing really controlling them. This is 100% mechanical system. And that's, on paper, sounds great. So people will think there's no electronics, life is good, not much to go bad with the system. And that is where we start to separate ways from the good stuff about this system. So in a good world, and I say in a good world, you'll find out why in a bit, this system is designed to improve the driving characteristic of the 4Runner. So when you take a turn, the hydraulic fluid on the one shock can bleed into the center shock and then go support the back shock. So the truck wouldn't lean as much, and it would make it a lot smoother and better handling. Hopefully, and I say hopefully, and let's talk about why that is. So the X-REAS system is such an ancient system that it was, guess what, introduced 2003. Usually on the limited models, you'll find these red shocks, and actually in the older models, they were not red. If we're talking about 2003 to 2009 4Runners, they were just black shocks with a hydraulic line on them. But on the 2010 to 2021, they are red, and they are typically in the limited model. So the problem with this system is it doesn't really work as good as the engineers that designed it hoped for. It works on paper. It might make a very minor difference in the way the 4Runner drives. But when you know the problems with the system, you're going to realize it's not worth it. That tiny improvement is not worth it. The biggest drawback of this system, and again, going back to the ancient where they don't want to change anything with this system, just keep it exactly as it is, and let's just keep going, is that you can't add fluid to it. You can't take fluid out. You can't adjust any fluid level in the system. And the way they achieve that is when the shock has a line, when it comes in, it has a fitting that connects to the next line. And that fitting is a sealed fitting. It won't allow fluid out unless you connect it and tighten it. These systems, the shock, the lines, the center shock, and the rear shock, they are pre-filled with fluid from the factory. So you can't add, you can't take. That's just the way it is. So these shocks are notorious for leaking. For some reason, they always leak. And guess what's going to happen if your left front shock leaks? Now the fluid is low, not just in the shock, in the whole system. And since you can't really add fluid to any of the system components, you're going to have to replace, let's say if your left front shock leaks, you have to replace the left front shock, the line going to the center shock, and then the right rear shock as well, and the lines. You have to replace the whole thing in one diagonal. And if you have 2 front shocks leaking, you basically have to replace the whole system at some thousands of dollars, because they're very expensive and exclusive only to the 4Runner. They were never shared with anything else, making this system really one of the drawbacks of the 4Runner. Folks, if you have one of these systems, if you're under warranty or you have extended warranty and you have a leak, Get it fixed right. Because if you don't, if you just replace the one shock that is leaking, now you have potential air or low fluid in the system. And what that's going to do is it's going to cause the shocks to operate non-smoothly, and now you're going to have rattling noise over bumps, or even driving normally because the system is trying to compensate and it has low fluid or too much fluid in some cases, and it's just going to have that unsmooth operation, and now you have problems. Folks, the system is not worth it. If you're out of warranty and you have one of these and they leak, just replace them with regular shocks. Remember, ancient truck, everything is the same. They just added this little system. Remove it, put regular shocks, and life is good. And last but not least, and briefly on the rear suspension of the 4Runner, there is absolutely nothing remarkable about the rear suspension other than it is unbelievably reliable, because it has been the same since 2003. It's a 4-link system with a coil spring, good old live rear end, and there's not much else to it. It's just very simplistic, and in my entire career, I don't think I've done anything to rear suspension other than shocks, and especially X-REAS shocks. Otherwise, the rear suspension is bulletproof. Really, nothing goes wrong with these. So folks, that about wraps it for the suspension. Avoid the X-REAS, and if you have it, if it ever gives you trouble, consider switching to a regular shocks and forget about it. It's not worth it. KDSS, on the other hand, if you got your hand on a truck that has one, it's a very nice, solid system. It really doesn't have many problems. And the best thing is, if you have a problem, if there's a leak, you replace the one component, fill it up with fluid, bleed it, life is good. I wish they would do the same for X-REAS. I hope this video was helpful and informative. I hope you learned something new. If you like it, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of my other videos. And until the next part of this series, may the Lord bless you and keep you, and you have a wonderful day.